Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to do my Q&A, and it was part of my giveaway that I did, and that has I'm pretty sure that that's probably already ended by now. But in order to enter the giveaway, you had to ask me a question for my Q&A. So I had so many entries. I had about 400 people enter my giveaway. So that's a lot of questions. So I might not get to everybody's questions, but I'm going to get on YouTube right now on my phone and just read them off. I actually have not even looked at the questions. I just entered people as they came and, you know, tallied them down for how many entries that they got, whether they followed my social media, but I never read the questions. So I don't know what exactly we are going to be being asked here, but let me find it on here so we can get started. So the first question is by my friend Ellie, and her YouTube channel is Elko. She's amazing. She wanted to know, now that you have been doing this for quite a while, what is your very favorite part of being a full-time YouTuber, and has your favorite thing changed since you started? My favorite thing hasn't changed, and it's been the same since the beginning, and the reason why I started my channel, which was to make friends. I've made so many friends. I've met so many people from around the world. That is my absolute favorite thing about doing this, is that I just get to connect to so many people. I've made friends, better friends on YouTube than I have in my personal life. So that has absolutely been the thing from the start. It will be to the end. It's amazing the amount of just awesome people I've met here on YouTube. Another subscriber of mine who's been with me for a while, I'm probably not going to say your name right, Vida Nguyen, I'll have it pop up. I can't even try. She wanted to know if I plan to do YouTube in the long run, and yes, I do. I definitely plan to do this as long as people will watch me, which hopefully will be for a very, very long time. So I really like this. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I have the time whenever, and I most likely won't ever have to get a job or, you know, do anything like that out of the house, so I can always just be on social media, always put all of my energy into YouTube. So I'm hoping that that is a long run type of thing for me. At Home with Janet wanted to know what you love most about your group, Beauty and Beyond. The members. Absolutely the members. We have 500 members, if not more by now, in that little beauty community on Facebook that we have, the little group. And I mean, seriously, this is the best Facebook group. I feel so blessed by every single person that's in that group, because you all have come together and made that group so safe, so supportive. I mean, it just blows my mind. Everybody's talking to everybody. Everybody's supporting everybody. There's no bickering. There's no drama. You know, if something bad happens to one of the members, everybody comes together to support them and back them up and be there. And that's what I love about that group. That group is exactly what me and Dawn wanted it to be. A safe place, non-judgmental place for anyone. Penny R wanted to know, I want to know how things are going for you in the community now. I know you've had a hard time before. I'm still, you know, it's a lot less drama than it was before. I don't have person after person after person that I was friends with completely fucking me over. That has since settled. There are some things with the last person I had issues with that was never justified, never concluded, that is still kind of ongoing. I know I have not even talked about that like completely on my channel, and I don't intend to, just because she does not deserve that amount of my energy anymore. And there's nothing I can say or do to change people's minds about her. It's just going to take time, and her actions are proof enough. But other than that, no, everything has been calm and happy, and I've been trying to focus on the positive and just grow my channel and be happy and have a lot of fun with this. Seriously, people, does no one have a muffler in this town? No? Dale Zhang wanted to know, do you have any other hobbies? I'm taking that besides YouTube. YouTube really is my only hobby that I have at the moment. It takes up way too much of my time, or product reviews. That doesn't really coincide with YouTube. Sometimes it does if I bring it on here, but other than YouTube, I guess product reviews would be my hobby. I absolutely love it. Gabby M wanted to know, When you were a child, what did you want to be when you were older? I wanted to be a teacher, and I always wanted to be a teacher. I loved it, but I'm glad I never became a teacher, because in this day and age, not only is the system against all the teachers, but so aren't the parents. I mean, the teachers have an impossible job these days. The state makes them teach kids in a certain way that they know is not right. Otherwise, they lose their funding. They don't get promoted. They don't get a raise. You know, they lose some of their money. I mean, and then they have parents who are raising asshole children that become bullies or just totally unmanageable and impossible to teach. So teachers have an impossible job, and I commend them so much. Jennifer Roman asked, if you were on a TV show, or if you were selected for a TV show Survivor and can only take one beauty item with you, what would you take? I would take my Becca Opal. I think I've said that before, that if I was on a deserted island, I'd take Becca Opal. Yes, I would take Becca Opal. Everybody needs that. That is like life. Brown Eyed Jen asked, how and when did your husband and you decide to have children? So, oh geez. I had my daughter before I met my husband. I had her with a different guy, and we did not work out. And it was about a year after I met my husband, I got pregnant, and that was a complete accident. We were not planning that, and I had a miscarriage, and it was a very painful and horrible miscarriage. A lot of bad things happened to me during that whole scenario. I was mortified and embarrassed, and the hospital did a lot of things that were illegal and broke my right to privacy, and the things that I had to do at home after it were traumatizing to me and my husband. So we didn't try for a very, very long time after that. I think it was like 3 years later, and then we got married, and we tried right away after being married to get pregnant, and we couldn't. I have uterus problems, so it takes me a long time to get pregnant. But we tried and tried and tried, and we could not get pregnant. I was completely devastated. It was over a year of trying. I hadn't gone to the doctors about it. We were just trying, you know, and we don't have the kind of money for in vitro or anything like that. So, you know, whether we got pregnant or not, that was all we had. So that's what we were looking at. And right when we decided to stop, that week we said, you know what, just fuck it, we're not going to do this anymore. I got pregnant with my son, and everything went smoothly besides my morning sickness. Zoe the Diva asked, what inspired you to start a YouTube channel? That was my loneliness. My loneliness inspired me. I'd always watched YouTube. I'd always watched beauty channels, and when I had my son, I quit my job as a CNA. I worked overnights as a CNA, and I was going to school for nursing. And I quit everything once I got pregnant, because if any of you are a CNA or in the medical field at all, you know how strenuous that kind of work is. And where I worked was horrible. I was always working alone with over 60 patients, and you have to lift them. And I was borderline high risk because of my inability to maintain being pregnant past the first trimester. So I quit so I wouldn't have to do any of that, and it wouldn't cause a miscarriage. And then I just never went back. I wanted to stay home with my kids. Christine Lee asked, do you ever plan on working again? Not that a stay-at-home mom is not work. It's the hardest job ever. You got that right. But if you did go back to work, what would your ideal job be? Like, what would my dream job be? I don't think that I will. I never really knew this until recently, but YouTube is a full-time job. Besides being the stay-at-home mom and doing YouTube and product reviews, it is a job, and I look at it like that. It's a fun job, but it's a job, and that would be my dream, is to have a big enough channel to where this could be an actual job, a job that would help me help my husband with the bills and allow me to do the hobby side of it as well, and have fun and do what I came on here to do, and just meet people, have fun, and talk about makeup. So that would be my dream job, is to be very, very up there, like with the popular, with the greats, and just be somebody. Mickey Cham asked, would you go without wearing any makeup for a full year for $5,000? Hell yes, I would. I would definitely go a full year without makeup for $5,000. You better get that money ready. Plumerius World, I hope I said that right. Her question is, what is your favorite episode of Friends? And or which Friends character do you identify with the most? I actually just started watching Friends. I know that that's so bad, but I never watched Friends. I never got into it, but I do love Jennifer Aniston, so I probably relate more to Rachel, I think her name was in Friends. But, I mean, I just started watching it, so I don't really know who I would relate to on a personality-wise, but I know that my favorite character is Jennifer Aniston, Rachel. Midwest Little Sugar asked, is that the e.l.f. makeup brush holder in the background, do you like it? Yes, it is, and yes, I do. It holds a lot of brushes, and I haven't found anything else that's better, so I absolutely love it. Fab Fashionology, or Monique, she asked, how long have you been married, and how did you meet? I have been married for 4 years. I've been married for 4. We've been together for 7, almost 8, and we met at a bar. We met at a hole-in-the-wall bar in our hometown because we are both from the same town growing up, and we went to the same school, but he was quite a bit older than me, so we never really knew each other in school. And then he came back from Buffalo, which was way far up in New York, and I'd always been in this town, but, you know, never really went to any bars or anything. I was in a really bad relationship, and he kind of kept me at home. So when things didn't work out with us, my sister took me out to that hole-in-the-wall bar, and I met him there. And, I mean, who meets their husband at a freaking bar out in the middle of the woods? I just feel so blessed. Water's Wife Vlogs asked, what is your favorite grocery store mascara? That would be the Flower Extreme Lengthening Mascara. That is the best drugstore mascara I have tried, hands down. Connie B asks, if you could live anywhere, where would it be? I would live somewhere tropical, somewhere where people came as like a vacationing spot, but in a secluded spot of that, you know, where there's not tourists and everything isn't completely overpriced. You know, I want to find a little corner of the world where it's beautiful and warm and not expensive and private. Beth XOX asked, if you had to choose between lipstick and a dog, what would you choose? Lipstick, because I don't have a dog. If I had a dog, I mean, now if you said a cat, I'd choose my Kiki, because even though he's a huge pain in the ass, I love him, and I love him way more than a lipstick. Andrea Loves Products asked, what's your favorite store in the mall? My mall really sucks. They don't have, like, any good stores. They have Victoria's Secrets and Aeropostale. They did have a Paxson, but Lord knows every time we get a good store, it closes down. We're not a very rich town, so things don't last long when they're nice. But we did just recently get an Ulta in the mall, so that obviously is my favorite store. My friend Brittany Jordan asks, what is your favorite makeup brand? And that is Too Faced. And do you want any more kids? My husband wants one more, and I wouldn't mind having one more, but financially, we want to be responsible, so we're thinking about it. But I won't try to have a child after I hit 30, and I'm 28 now, so we don't have too long to finagle it, especially when I have a hard time getting pregnant. So we go back and forth right now, but I don't know. And then she asked, what do you want to come out of your YouTube channel? I just want to know that I helped one person. Even just one person. If I could help one person, or if one person could relate to me and I could make them happier or help them in some way, that's the only thing that I want to come out of my channel. I don't mind if I stay small. I don't mind if no one watches me, as long as I have that one person, you know, just that one person. And the last question is by my friend Heather Nunn, and she asked, is there one thing that happened in your life that helped define the woman you became today? Completely, yes. I would say what helped me just be the person that I am today was my father. My father passed away when I was very, very young. It was a very traumatizing thing for me. It not mostly just because of him passing away, but because of the course of events that happened a little bit before, during, and after my dad's passing. Completely traumatized me. I had horrible things happen that completely changed who I was. And at the time, it wasn't in a good way. I lost my way. I lost my way completely. I became addicted to drugs, and I had no feelings for anybody, not even myself. I didn't care. I hated everything in the world. I lost my family. You know, like, it's just a lot of course of events happened in that time that my dad passed, and it changed me, but it also made me learn lessons that I needed to learn to be who I am today. The reason why I know the things I know, I understand the things that I understand, I live the way that I live, and I am who I am, is because of every event that happened in that timeline. And it completely changed me. And even though it was the worst time in my life, I would do it all over again in a heartbeat, because of the fact that it gave me the knowledge, it taught me the lessons that I needed to know to be who I am now, to be completely resolved in my life, and to know exactly who I am and what I want to do and who I want to be, so I don't have like a midlife crisis or something, or I'm not 28 years old and still partying when I have children. You know, like, I'm exactly where I need to be, and I understand exactly who I am as a person because of those events. So that is just a little part of my Q&A. There's so many questions, and they're so good that I only went down like a quarter of the comments. So I will definitely be doing this again. If you guys did not give me a question under my giveaway, feel free to leave it under this video, because when I do this again, I will keep all of your questions and we'll get back to them. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you later. Bye!